Folks, if you are not currently doing the worst iteration of chain battle of all time, then you are probably racking your brains over which one of these insanely powerful units you get to choose from for Goku Day. Oh man, I'm being sarcastic. So let's take a look at this right here. The Goku Day Book of War item is now available at the Baba Shop. You can pick up to 3 of these scrolls, and then you can redeem these for different characters. So this is the selection to choose from. So today's video is going to be going over which units are the best choices among the bunch. I do realize that since these units are pretty old, this video might be mainly irrelevant to a lot of you veteran players, which is totally fine. There are also newer Dokkanners who might want to know, as I did receive some questions on Twitter when I was very sarcastically mocking this selection. I mean, this is just like, are they just never going to change this? I don't know. So let's go over my picks here. If you're wondering how you can pick up these 3 scrolls, you can get them from the special missions on the Goku, Gohan, Goten Day stuff. One you get by getting 59,000 Zeni. That's simply by playing the game. You deal 5,859,510 damage. That can literally happen in one attack if you're running the right team. And then the final one can be picked up by leveling up a super attack once. So you can obtain all 3. You want to get this done within the allotted time given. So you have to get this done by the 30th of May. These scrolls can be redeemed by, I believe, the next month. Yeah, June 6th. So you have until June 6th. Though for whatever reason, if you don't actually want to pick these units up, you actually don't have to. You can hold on to these, and perhaps maybe sometime down the road, if you do more summons and you happen to pull them, maybe you don't have to spend these scrolls on these units. You could save it for something else, or you could perhaps just buy a unit that you ultimately end up not getting a copy of, just so you can complete your collection. So now let's go through the choices. So we've got everything right here. I do want to point out that the units at the top here, the family Kamehameha, these 3 units are available 3 times. So if you do want to spend the scrolls to buy these guys, you can buy 1 copy 3 different times for all 3 of these units. So, but everybody else is only available once. So there's a reason for that. These guys are bad, these guys are better, but these guys are also fairly mid. So I have dwindled this down to my choices right here. Number 1, I think most people, most veteran Dokkanners who are also probably watching this wondering, why am I watching this? You can probably agree with me that this is, without question, the best choice among the bunch. The Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is the best unit. The reason for that is simply because he is a fantastic support unit that supports all types, and then also has the opportunity to protect himself from some damage. One of the common issues with support units is that they have no means to protect themselves, and they ultimately will get you murdered. Well, this guy with his EZA, after performing 3 super attacks, gives himself 30% critical and a 30% dodge. And he also greatly raises attack and defense while boasting some pretty nice stats, and also in all types support. Key +2 stats +35. So this guy's actually a pretty good support unit. I use this guy on a lot of Red Zone and Legendary Goku event runs. So I find myself using this unit probably more so than any other unit among the selection. So that is why this unit is without question number 1. And then it just sort of depends on what you're looking for. If you're somebody who's new to Dokkan, you're trying to work your way through Super Battle Road, there are certain Super Battle Road runs that you're having some difficulty with. The Super Saiyan Goku, you could argue, could maybe be number 2, because this is a really, really good unit. Let me actually go to Goku's family and pull up that guy. It's got to be past all the Dokkan festivals. I should have planned this better. He is a physical Super Saiyan Goku, and I'll find him eventually. Eventually. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So this guy, with his EZA, has a 70% chance to stun. He has a 50% chance to critical when you're above 50% health. When you're below 50% health, he gets even stronger, and he gets a 70% chance to launch a critical, meaning you can give all of his hit potential into either dodge or additional, depending on what your style is. If you're somebody who likes to launch multiple supers to potentially stun, multiple times, or have a chance to stun multiple times, then additional would be the way to go. Since he's a physical unit, you could go full additional and not even lose anything to critical. This guy's actually designed very well in the sense that you can actually customize his hit potential pretty optimally. So I would say that this guy is among the top 3. I wouldn't personally have him as a number 2, simply because I've already finished all the legend or all the super battle roads. I don't find myself having to use this guy as much. But then again, if you're a new player, you're trying to get their super battle road, this guy's going to be fantastic. The reason why I have Goten at number 2 is because Goten is insanely powerful when paired up with a Trunks unit. So it all depends on if you have that Trunks. But the thing is, the upside is ridiculous. This is one of those units, part of those like duo sub EZA units, that have the potential to do insane amounts of damage on the right rotation. So let me pull up the ideal rotation here. So physical Trunks and AGL Goten together are one of my favorite Easy 8 combinations in the entire game. Both have multiplicative supers that span over 6 turns. So that means you can boost his attack and defense quite a bit within a 6-turn time span, which is basically 3 appearances. You also have built-in 18% damage reduction on both units, and all allies gain additional stat support with Trunks, and all allies gain additional stat support with Goten, as long as the other one is on the team, which they are. So these two together can put up some really, really, really good numbers, comparable to some Dokkan festivals, and they've done some pretty amazing things on some of my older showcases. So that is why I have a personal bias with this unit, but for good reason. So if you guys are beginners and you're not exactly sure, but if you do happen to have that physical Trunks, especially if you have that physical Trunks, definitely pick up the AGL Super Saiyan Goten. Other honorable mentions that might be decent depending on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to do things like the legendary Goku event or Infinite Dragon Ball History, you need some stacking units. This AGL Goku right here has stacking potential with his EZA. And same goes for the physical Kid Goku. This unit is also, it's a giant ape power unit, but he has stacking power. The giant ape form is actually not bad. This is one of 3 units that has the ability to stun in the giant ape power form. So let me actually pull up that unit just to show you what he's capable of. Giant form right here. It's Vegeta, Raditz, and that Kid Goku. So these 3 units, when they go giant form, this unit has a medium chance to stun, which is actually very underrated. When you're using giant form in Super Battle Road, normally it's a stall tactic and nothing more. And honestly, these units are pretty archaic. They don't do a whole lot of damage. But what's great about this particular unit is that when you take him into something like Super Battle Road, when you're exiting the giant form phase, you're not completely leaving empty-handed. You are gaining a little bit of an edge with a potential stun. So this unit is actually not that bad. But, you know, it only works if you've been able to stack enough times, and this unit can actually like hold his own against attacks. Since he has no guard, no damage reduction, that can be a bit of an issue. So other than that, there is a 40% support for gifted warriors with this Goten, but this Goten does nothing else to protect themselves. So I don't really want to just recommend every single unit. I'm trying to be a little bit more strict with this particular time, just to make it easier for you guys. I would say without question though, if you don't have this unit, go for this. Some of you might be wondering, if you already have 1 copy, is it worth going for more? Yes, it is, because if this unit can get to 79%, you can give this unit some gold skill orbs. And the more additionals that you can give the unit, the better off this unit is going to be, because it needs 3 super attacks to gain the critical and the dodge. So within 2 turns, if you have maximum additional on this unit, you can probably get 3 super attacks going within 2 turns, therefore giving him that dodge ability to potentially get him out of a scary situation. That is it. I have rambled long enough, but hopefully you new Dokkanners will have an easier time to select if you were having trouble before. And remember, it only ends on the 6th of June, so you've got plenty of time. And then, of course, if you don't want to buy any of these characters because they're all either mid, you have them all, you can always just pick up Elder Kais. Elder Kais can be redeemed for 1 per Elder... I was going to say Elder Scroll. You can get 1 Elder Kai per scroll, so if you've got 3 of them, you can buy 3 Kais. Boom, free super attack for anybody else. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments if you are one of those newer Dokkanners who is having a difficult time trying to figure out which one to pick up. Did this video help you? Did it not help you? Which units do you personally feel like could help you out on your teams? Veteran Dokkanners, if you guys have any other tips or ideas to suggest, feel free to do so in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know when I see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and remember to Dokkan responsibly.